No witty, exciting intro today because actually for once I'm not totally obsessed with my look. Like I'm not totally obsessed. Ooh, what's that? Joe, my bad. For once I'm not totally obsessed with the look. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's not really giving me anything, but I do explain a technique to do eyeshadow, even when you do just a single eyeshadow, just a technique that is handy to know. I kind of go in a bit more detail about that, and I use a whole bunch of new products. So I'm still going to put this look up, so of course you're watching this, which means that the look is going up, but I'm not crazy about how the makeup turned out. I don't know what it is about it that's throwing me off. Maybe it's the matte lip. It could potentially be the matte lip, but this is today's look. I hope you guys love it, and I'll see you guys at the end. Today I want to do something brown and pretty, like pretty and brown. I'm just gonna put this little scarf on. Got a heap of new products that I also really want to try, want to test for you guys. Let's start with the brows. Let you guys watch me do my brows, but I'm going to use my normal brow freeze from ABH. I'm also going to use the brow duo. However, I also want to try this new brow product. Is it a brush? It's called Bomb Brows from Huda Beauty, and this is in the shade 6 or 7? 7. This is in black brown. I've got 6, 7 and 8. 7 just made the most sense to me. This is what we're going to be using on the brows today. This lighting is so nice, but the sun is about to set, unfortunately. Cue the music. They're looking real scary, I'm not gonna lie, but they're looking a little scary, but once the rest of my face is done, obviously it will make a lot more sense. I'm just going to set it using my Huda Easy Bake in banana bread. Let's go ahead and crack on with the base. I'm going to start with primer. I've actually already put this on. This is the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Primer. So good. Absolutely love this. I've been raving about this for so long now, like insane. Foundation wise, this is the 3 foundations that we are working with today. I know I mentioned in my last tutorial that this isn't really that girl, but I want to mix her in with these 2 other ones because I feel like this is going to be deliciousness. I almost feel like each of these foundations deserve their own video because I know these are 3 very high-end foundations, so naturally you either have one or the other. Like no one's really going to buy 3 of the same high-end type foundations. However, from the press slip that came with these foundations, they do have 3 very different vibes. Not super different. Obviously Huda is like cement for face, like full coverage, full beat. You don't really need too much of her, and she's going to give you the kind of coverage you're looking for, and this color match is actually not bad. Also keep in mind with Huda, her foundations oxidize quite quickly and quite significantly on the skin, so the color that you pump out with first is not going to be the color that it dries down to. So when it dries down, it dries a noticeable shade darker. Not all foundations oxidize, but this one does. So if you hear people saying this foundation oxidizes, that's what they mean. This YSL foundation, if it's anything like the other Touche Clat one, I used to use that at uni. Super nice finish, full coverage. Test so many foundations, and actually I just stopped using it. So this is another one that I want to give a try. This is in the shade B70, and the Huda one is in chocolate mousse, and this is a good shade for me. 450 Golden. Marc Jacobs foundation. It's a foundation concealer combo, which I find that concealer foundation combo foundations, foundation that's like a built-in foundation and concealer, tend to have more coverage, and this is called extra shot, so I assume that means, you know, extra oomph, extra power, all of that really good stuff. This is in the shade 390 Tan. All three of these foundations are my shade. I think for this video, I'm going to just mix the YSL Touche Clat and the Huda Beauty Luminous Matte and go with that. One pump of this Huda one, honestly, a pump is even much, like half a pump will be good, but this is for my whole face. See, this YSL one is quite watery. Let me show you them next to each other. See the one running down, that's the YSL one, and the one that's like mousse on the back of my hand is the Huda one. So I'm gonna mix those two together. It's given a slightly different undertone. I can smell that YSL one. So the Huda one is fragrance free, which is a change from their last formula, which was heavily fragranced. A lot of Huda products tend to be quite heavily fragranced. This is looking nice. It's looking real nice. Sorry, it's literally like cement on my face. That YSL foundation, heads up, I can smell the fragrance in that. Like, it has a very strong perfume scent. So if you're sensitive to fragrances, straight off the bat, you might want to give that one a miss. Whereas this Huda foundation is like, I told you guys last time, girl, she's matte. She's like matte, 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 like matte to the core. They're looking really nice. Do you know what I should have done? Rookie mistake. I should have done one on one side and one on the other, because this is not going to help anyone. Because who's buying two of these foundations? I feel like most of you would not be buying both of these foundations. You'd buy one or the other. My apologies, guys. I'm really sorry about that. It's a blunder on my part. I just used the Estee Lauder foundation brush. And then I use the, do you know what I'm gonna use? No, I'm not. Today's base is going to be flawless. Like, I can tell. Concealer, I'm using a tiny bit of butterscotch from Too Faced. I haven't actually got any new concealers to test. No new concealers. Blend this out real quick with my Smashbox concealer buffer. And then just go over top of my sponge to pick up any excess product, because I am using two concealers today. So I don't want it to get, ooh, she's back. Should we just wait for her to move along? Use the sponge underneath my eyes because I want it to pick up any excess product. Now I'm going in with the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer in Creme Brûlée. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen I had a 15% discount code for Cult Beauty. I can already tell that today's look is going to be very, 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 very glam. So if you're not really like a full glam babe, this one, you're going to want to give this one a miss. I'm just going to put my contour on. And then we're blending out with our Smashbox foundation buffer. I typically either dab like this or I use small, oh god, my voice went a bit funny then, small little like wiping motions. This is definitely like full glam, doing the most makeup. This is no everyday vibe at all. This is like full glam, full everything. Like everything I do is full glam, but hello. Hello, hi. Is a lifestyle. I feel like I use too much under eye. I'm gonna fix it in the end, but oh no. That powder is just like my whole face is just looking like it. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of this Air Matte blush from NARS in Rush. Oh no, I do not know. Maybe it's the shade I use. It just kind of comes up a bit, like it just gives me more of like a sheer like highlighter. Can you see that? Like, it looks like I've just added a little like illuminator. It's supposed to be matte, so I feel like if it's matte, it shouldn't be giving me illumination. Maybe it dries down. Grwm, no. I'm fairly sure this is a matte formula. Okay. Let me add a Jesus. Sorry. It always spins me when the product doesn't do what it says it's gonna do. Like, did you not? Anyway, I have beauty blush and just be on my way. This is in Mali. Now this is actually matte and does what it says. Blush, I focus on here. Like that, like. Let me bronzer real quick using Charlotte Tilbury. Like, the obsession is real. And then let me just set my face real quick. Actually, before that, this is why I don't use new products. Ooh. This is why I don't like sway away from my products, because I feel like I have to focus more when I use new products, and then I'm like talking less. I'm like less engaged. Oh, that was way too much. Whoopsies. Throws me off. If I'm using products for the first time on camera, I feel like I have to proper focus on what I'm doing. That's the base so far. Pretty much the base done. I'm just gonna hit my face real quick with matte fix blush. Big blots on my face, it's all good. And then my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush finish. Eyeshadow time. Using once again the always on cream eyeshadows from Smashbox. These are banging. I got more colors. This is one of the ones that I picked up from Cult. This is in the shade Amber. Very close to my skin tone, to be really honest. Right, let me get like very close to my skin tone, but I'm gonna use this as a base. So if you're my skin tone or darker, that's pretty much our shade, or darker. It's slightly darker, around my skin tone. I'm gonna use that as more of like a base. I'm taking this palette from Colourpop. Now, I dropped this palette on the floor and I didn't realize the inserts, these are all magnetic, so they all fell out. So the names, the shades don't actually correlate with the colors. I don't know what any of these are called, so I can't even tell you. So I'm gonna say stuff like lighter shade, brown shade, like shimmer shade, and then I'll try and show you the colors as well, because sis, I just put them in any random order. Eesh, what a blunder. Like, what a blunder. Brown shade, it's the second lightest in the palette, and we're gonna put that. Ooh, okay. That has actually kind of come out to be the exact perfect shade that I need for today. Thinking that would come out lighter. Please blend this all over my eyes. You can do this look with these two brushes. So this is the Morphe M535 and the Luxie 231. Perfect. This is all you really need to do a winged out look like this. But I've also really been loving this brush from Mitchell, and I'll show you in a second how I use it. So I'm going to use this Luxie brush to kind of create the wing shape. There's another number. Oh, MT2, this one, and I'm just going to use it to blow this out. Ooh, and I've got a bit too messy there. Oopsies, but it's makeup. A little bit carried away, but it's all good. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. You just want to start by either packing that color onto the lid or blending it into the outer third. with circular motion. So you want to start with less product and then just start building it up. Even when you do these simple looks, you can just kind of slap it all on your face, on your eyes, and be done with it. Or if you want it to be like, if you want to practice your technique and your skill for when you use multiple colors, you can kind of use the same technique as you would if you were doing a smokier eyeshadow. Although I'm just using one color, I kind of still use the same technique. So if I was doing a multi-tone look, I would start off with my transition color and I would run it into like this part, especially if you've got hooded eyes, it's good to just get the practice in. I would run it into here and then I would just drag out the excess and blend it towards the inside of my nose, like the little pinch of my nose with a fluffy brush. So that would be my first shade, and then I would go in my second shade, but in this instance I'm just using the same color. So again, I'm telling you the technique in case you want to practice it with more than one color basically, but again I'm just using one color for this. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, I just want to make sure that I'm absolutely clear, because I know that some of you might already know this, some of you might be beginners, so I just want to cover all bases. If I was using a deeper color, I would then take my smaller, more detailed brush and then pat that in. Again, obviously just using the same color for this look. I would pat that in and then start creating my winged out wing. Go back in with the first brush and just blend it out. It doesn't even have to be like painfully equal, to be honest, she says. Honestly, this kind of look can just be like blown out and smoky, and it doesn't matter if it's not like totally equal or even on both sides, as long as it just looks nice. My eyes look crazy now because I haven't got eyelashes on, but when I put the lashes on, it'll look all good. So I'm just gonna take this eyeliner pencil from Juvia's Place. It's in the shade Cocoa. And I'm just gonna run that into my waterline. Ties the look in together in a really subtle way. I'm just going to blend that out now. I use this Colourpop Super Shock eyeshadow in Basic Instinct. It's this gorgeous like brown shade. Shall I use it? I think I'm going to use it. It's a nice way to add dimension to the eye. Take it quite a way along. Tiny bit on my lower lash as well. Let me go pop some lashes on and I will be right back. Okay, so I think I'm gonna attempt to do my regular lip combo today and not use any gloss. So starting off with MAC Cork. I'm actually gonna be able to do this with no gloss. Like, I have a strong attachment to gloss. Just went over top of that with Huda Bold Meeting, and now I'm going to take Chestnut to really accentuate. I need a sharpener. Okay, so this is the finished look. So I'm gonna leave the lips matte. Oh my god, who is she? This is the finished look. I'm gonna leave the lips matte. Why does the light is being so weird today? I've been trying to film this outro for a minute, but the color in this video is just so off. This is the best I feel like I'm gonna get, but this is the finished look. I did keep the lips matte, and I just changed into this jumpsuit from Zara, which is actually super cute. I'll leave it linked down below. No jewelry today except for my usual double neck piece. No rings because yeah, I just can't be putting on and off rings because it hurts too much. So no rings today, but this is the finished look. I don't know that I'm obsessed with it. It could also be because this lighting is irritating everything in my soul. No lie, I've spent like 10 minutes trying to get the lighting right. All fragrance. I'm wearing this one from, oh, I've got a lash on it. This one from Valentino, it's called Valentino Beauty. This is what it looks like. Kind of reminds me of someone that I used to know. That's today's at-home fragrance. And yeah, I feel like my energy was super not like vibrant today, as I said, because when I try new products on camera, I feel like I'm so focused on trying the products and using them in the most, you know, in the way that optimizes them the most. I don't really focus on actually speaking as well. But I did want to do something brown. I wanted to do like a monochromatic brown look. Anyway, I hope you loved today's tutorial and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!